There's been a topic on everyone's mind lately. I've been seeing it everywhere. Obviously, that topic is, how do we beat illusions? Clearly, illusions, when backed by a good pilot like Adam Prozac, is pretty tough to beat. It's one of those decks that looks easy to play, and for the most part it is, but it's difficult to play well. Watching Prozac play illusions is a thing of beauty, and I think I could have beaten anyone else at the Invitational. So how do we do it? Playing Mono Red's a fine answer if you're into that sort of thing. But if Mono Red is the answer to illusions, why did it perform so poorly? I think the answer is because it's terrible against everything else. Humans and Wolf Run are bad matchups, as are prepared control decks like mine and MJ's 5-color deck. A lot of people think that playing illusions is risky because you're close to auto-losing against Mono Red, but playing Mono Red is actually far riskier. It's so tough to beat Wolf Run or humans with Mono Red. Even if illusions is a good matchup, playing Mono Red in a tournament is just asking to get punished. Our control deck was great at dismantling illusions in Game 1, assuming we kept a hand that was actually good against illusions. Post-board, fighting through a bunch of negates and dissipates was difficult. We had Nihil Spellbomb to help fight Moreland Hunt and Snapcaster Mage, but it was still an uphill battle. The real winner was Pristine Talisman. With a single Talisman, you undo a lot of their hard work, and with two, you can almost completely ignore their creatures. It's one of the few cards that gives you the ability to beat Moreland Hunt. If you're playing Control and want to improve your illusions matchup, it all starts with Talisman. Your goal in the matchup should be developing your mana base while killing their early creatures, drawing some cards, and then stabilizing. Cheap removal like Gutshot and Ratchet Bomb are key. Slower cards like Gideon Jura and Day of Judgment are okay, but illusions can easily beat them. Moreland Hunt makes Day of Judgment look foolish, and Geist can usually kill Gideon in one hit. Your only real hope of truly stabilizing is 9 mana, including a Pristine Talisman, Sun Titan, and Ratchet Bomb, or Elish Norn. You might resolve one of your Mythic Fatties somehow, but that doesn't mean they can't just ponder their way into a mana leak and Vapor Snag it. Illusions is almost always drawing live in the matchup, which can be very frustrating. You're going to be faced with two potential lines of play. The first is playing around mana leak if you can, which you typically do when you're sitting on a single threat. The other option is just play more threats and run them out of leaks. You might lose a little value on the first trade, but if they don't have the second leak, your awesome spell is going to resolve. If they're sitting on 2 leaks, you're giving them a bunch of time and taking a lot of damage, and your Titan's just going to get countered by their 2 leaks anyway. Sometimes, playing around it is actually the wrong play. The real key is playing illusions yourself, but with Trinket Mage. Andre Yanyuk had Trinket Mages with Sylvok Lifestaff and Hex Parasite, and I was really impressed. He started 8-0 in the Invitational with that plan, and I honestly thought he was going to run the tables with it. Hex Parasite kills the illusions basically for free, and Lifestaff makes combat really favorable for you. Trinket Mage is the key to the mirror match. And until next time, I'm Gerry T, and you're not.